You are all up on this person's mind. This person is hesitant, however, to reach out to you. And they try to push the thoughts of you at the back of their mind. But there is an eagerness for them to reach out, for them to come towards you, for them to, I don't know, like bump into you, put themselves out there first, but there is an energy of them holding back and they can't stop thinking about you. And because they're refusing to take action, you're all up in this person's head. They're constantly thinking about you. And for some of you, they've been watching you on social media. For some of you, they could be a neighbor, they could be a sibling, but they've been watching you. And one of the reasons why they want to reach out to you is because you're straight up and down winning. You are achieving your dreams. And for some of you, this wasn't part of the plan. For some of you, I've seen quite a few videos out there saying you are the Michael Jackson of your family, but you could simply be seen as a Michael Jackson of your family. I feel like, because remember, when you think about it, right, R.I.P. MJ, right, but when you think about it, the dad wanted it to be Jermaine. The dad didn't want it to be Michael. So imagine the dad did not listen to the mum when Catherine said, listen to Michael. Listen to him sing. From the age of 10 or 6 or whatever age Michael Jackson was when he sang Who's Loving You, he was riffing and doing the ad-libs. He was doing the scales and all this type of thing at that age. So imagine it was Jermaine that was in that spot. We wouldn't have had that magic that we got from Michael. That standard, that level of excellence in regards to being a genius of his craft, being a proper artist, being a slave to the beat, executing the beat better than his dancers. Can show that man any dance move and the man's doing the dance move. Any dance move that man can do. And there will never be anyone like him. And forget about the dance move, the sound of this man's voice. He's got that grit. He can do the R&B. He can do the rock. He can do the pop. King of pop, innit? So I feel like, you were not seen as someone that would maybe strike out. I mean, a lot of people could see that you had talent. You had you had a certain spark about you, but they didn't know what you would do with it. And I feel like due to maybe circumstances, maybe, you didn't have the backing of parents or grandparents or siblings, or maybe you weren't even focused on what you're focusing on now back then. But even with me, right, this is a little bit of a story time, guys. When I was younger, I used to always write songs. I used to go, we lived in a 3-story house with my granddad, right? And there were stairs leading to the attic, and I would always sit there, and he had a lot of paper, spare paper, and I'll just write out business plans. I was 8 or something, and I would write songs and force my sister Rashida to listen to my songs and stuff like that. But I always knew that I wanted to work for myself. Ever since I was 8, I had a company. The paper was called Matt Nicholas and Co. So I used to pretend that I was a business owner, and I'd say to my cousin Anton, Anton, let's pretend we got a business and this, that. And at first he was on it, but then after a while he weren't really on it. But then I just had in my mind that I want to be a business owner. I want to own my own. What business, I don't know. I knew that I liked to sing, but as I was trying, I've done a few videos. I've saw some of you, I've left my video up for some of you to see. And, but I found that it's just too stressful because I was funding my own video, funding my own studio time, and there was a lot of discrepancies with some of the producers I was using, and I just thought, let me just put this on hold for the time being. That was 10 years ago. But I always knew that I wanted to work for myself, put it that way. I always knew that I wanted to heal. I always knew that I wanted to help, right? And later on, I thought I wanted to be a teacher at first, but then later on I done counselling. But I always knew that I wanted to help people. And, things just work out that way. But sometimes when we're younger, we look at things that we want to do and it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to make a wage off this or have a living off this. And then we change our ideas about how we want to make money and how we want to live our life. So that could be the same thing for you. But the genesis of who you are is somebody that has raw talent. So regardless of whatever it is that you went ahead and done, people are surprised, but they're not surprised, if that makes sense, because people always knew that you'll make it in whatever way. People just knew that you will make it. Maybe not in the way that you're making it now. Maybe I'm hearing for some of you, you are an executive. Maybe some of you are in a basketball team. Maybe some of you are, you know, trying out for the Olympics, trying out for the World Championships. Maybe some of you are doing the national championships in, say, hockey or, you know, roller skating or skateboarding. I don't know if they got in roller skating, but I'm just seeing like skateboarding, basketball, netball. Please take what resonates, right? People didn't expect this from you, but they knew that there was something special about you. Maybe they thought you would have went down another route, like maybe singing, dancing, or being like a dancer or working the fit or something of that sort. And many family members are, I'm not gonna lie, they're a bit salty about this. You may find that people may want to come in, or they may actually come in. Some people want to come in and apologize. This could be like a future tense reading for some of you. So you're gonna get some family members coming in to apologize, wanting to work things out, because you're gonna be winning. So, right, I hate when a camera do that, right? I feel like some of you are going to gain some type of fame, right? And you may get like family members coming in talking about how they're sorry, or I always knew that you was going to be famous, you know. And these are the types of people that didn't believe in you, that didn't want to invest in you, that chose not to help in whatever way that they could. But, you know, I feel like you will get people. You know, I'm picking up different energies here, right? So for some of you, you could be connected with a romantic partner, right? And things are not moving with the Page of Wands in the reverse. Things are not moving for whatever reason. And this person wants to come back in. Maybe they want to apologize. Maybe they want to offer you their cup of love, meaning that they want to share their emotions with you. Or maybe they want to ask you out. And if they do ask you out, because these two cards came up next to each other yesterday, but I wasn't able to finish the reading. So this could be part two. If they do, part two from the reading I done yesterday, right? But if they do come, they may want to go out with you to like an outdoor restaurant. So they may want to have dinner with you outdoors, right? Because the weather's heating up now. So, and they may want either other people to be around, obviously, if you go to a restaurant, but like they don't want it to be like too recluse where it's just you and them. They want to hear a little bit of noise. They want a bit of peace, but they want to hear a bit of noise. They do want a bit of intimacy, but they do want other people around. They want it to be outdoors, or for some of you, they may want to go out in a group with you and your friends, right? But there is someone that is thinking about asking you out on a date. That is so sweet, because whoever this person is, whoever these people are, right? They see you as, I'm hearing the ultimate prize, the one, and the one who won. So for some of you, there may have been some type of secret competition here. But for others of you, there is an energy of, wow, like they really done it. They really done it. And it's more of like, wow. For some of you, it's the energy of, oh, they beat me. Oh, so they used their skills and talents and they went for it. It's that type of energy whereby there's the energy of being quite upset that you went after your goals. And there's an energy of not wanting to reach out, hence why we got the Page of Wands in reverse, because it's like, I don't want to come across as a fan. And I'm going to pretend that I don't know that they are successful. I don't know what it is that you've done, but some of you, this is future tense, but this is talking about, for some of you, worldly success. So some of you may have won something. Some of you are established. Some of you are going to be well known. Some of you are going to gain some type of fame. This could be internet fame as well. We've got the star card as well. Some of you are popular online. Some of you are going to launch something, online business, online shop. You may have a social media app, Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube, TikTok, a Threads, and you are popular, right? You've got a lot of followers, and whoever this person is, they are shocked, but they're also jealous, because they're thinking to themselves, I'm picking up numerous things. Some people are like happy for you. Like, I'm happy that they found something that they are good at, first and foremost. So there's ratings there, but also I'm happy that, I wouldn't have thought this, but they're making money in this way. Like, they're doing what they always wanted to do. For others of you, it's like, wow, I don't know. Some of you are going to get like a certain level of success in regards to your career. Like, if you work, say, in the business world, or if you are working corporate or something, or this could also mean like you get your big break as an actress, as an actor. You get that role, you get the leading role, you get that pass to go to the Olympics, you get that pass to go to I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, you get that pass to go to wherever it is that you wanted to go. And it was seen as a big deal back in the day, is what I'm picking up. It was seen as a big deal. It was like, there's no way that, maybe you mentioned when you were younger, like, yeah, I really want to get into, I don't know what the top ballet school is or the top dance school is, but you might have said that when you were younger. You might have practiced, even though the odds were stacked up against you. Maybe your parents didn't have enough money to send you to the school, or you might say, I want to go Harvard, or I want to become like the top judge, or I want to become like the top scientist, or whatever the case is, right? And or I want to become like a manager one day of a company, and this company is very well known, and your friends and family are like, what, it's good that you're ambitious, but you might have to just settle to just being like a cashier or something. But you just knew in your head that, nah, man, like, I'm gonna make sure. And you worked hard and you manifested. And the thing is, your energy was in alignment with the manifestation that you put out there, and you started to act as if, and you started to envision yourself being in this role, and it came to you. And some people are angry that you had this ability to manifest. And the thing is, it's about you keeping that faith. Regardless of what was happening around you, you didn't give up, you didn't waver. Yes, you may have had times whereby you may have, took a break, done a hiatus or whatever, went missing for a minute, but you were healing, you were working, you still had that goal, because there is a stubbornness here, because this is fixed energy with the world card. We've got Taurus, we've got Scorpio, we've got Leo, we have got Aquarius. This is fixed energy, very hard to budge. Once you set your mind on something, no one can budge you, right? So I feel as if you were very determined. You were very determined, and your determination paid off. So you got some people that want to know how you did it. They're very, very proud of you. Then you got other people that are like, oh, I can't be around them because they beat me, but I can do with their help, actually, because I do want to know, And then you got other people that are like, oh, wow, I'm intimidated by him, I'm intimidated by her, because they're a big deal. They're literally a big deal. Like, whoever this love interest is, they see you as the ultimate prize. I keep throwing that word out there, but they see you as a star. They see the hysteria that you cause. The way you make this person feel is on a next scale, but they see the way that other people react to you. They see the way that you celebrate yourself, your body confident, and you are just so smegsy, and you just radiate star quality. Why am I hearing like Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, Betty Boone, just giving that, what's her name? Jessica Rabbit type vibe, like very smegsy, but like to yourself, not begging attention, but getting the attention anyway, and feeling intimidated. So if you're a man, okay, so if you're a man, I don't know why I'm picking up Carlton Banks, because he is good looking, Carlton Banks. I'm not saying the way he acts, but I'm saying the way, okay, Will Smith as well. Okay, I'm seeing Idris Elba, I'm seeing Pierce Brosnan, I'm seeing Wolverine, I'm seeing that guy in X-Men, and he's got the glasses because he's good looking. Who else? I don't want him, Tom Holland, like, I don't know, but, and Zendaya, whatever, but I think she's cute, I think she's beautiful, but I feel like you're very attractive. Andy Garfield, come on, Andy Garfield, right? But it's more for me Andy Garfield's personality. Like, he's got that geek, that type of, anyway, skater boy thing, but I don't know. But and we're the same age as well, both 43 this year, we're both Leos, so we're both 83 born. But I just feel like you just got that thing in it, and whoever this person is, they find you to be a bit of a problem. They like the problem, but it's like, wow, can I really step up to this? Like, if I was to really date this person, like, a lot of guys, a lot of girls are going to be looking at him or looking at her, and they kind of like it, but it makes them think to themselves like, oh, but am I, like, what if they look at me and think that I'm not good enough to be with them? It's like, they like you, they may even be showing people of you, or they may be scared and thinking to themselves, I don't want people to see you on social media because, or I bet you have a lot of people hitting you up on social media. They feel like you've got many, 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 many options. And it's kind of like, I don't feel like they've ever dated or fancied someone like you before. I feel like normally they're the prize, they have the options, but now they feel like they met their match because you got like that celebrity type vibe where a lot of people like you. You know, men and women are drawn to you. Men and women are always wanting to communicate with you. You're in demand, or men and women may find you attractive and want to date you. And it's making this person like just think to themselves, maybe this is a bit too much for me because I just want a peaceful life. I don't want all this type of excitement. But then they're thinking, but wait a minute, if I miss out on this opportunity, then more for me, because I feel like this person is my intellectual match. Like, regardless of the looks and the star quality or whatever they're thinking in their head, because it is a bit of a threat to this person, right? They find you to be their intellectual match, and they're starting to think, you know what? Obviously, people are going to find them attractive because they are. The same thing I see about them is what other people see about them. But why would I give this up? Why would I sacrifice? Because it's the energy of them thinking, I need to sacrifice this. But it's like, but I like them. Like, I literally enjoy them. For some of you, it could be same gender connection as well. Okay. And it could be a situation of, I actually like this person, you know. I actually have feelings for this person. Like, I feel for them and I feel mentally connected to them. And you know what? F it. I'm going to protect this connection. But for others of you, whoever this other person is, right, they're thinking to themselves that, you know, you're doing well. They don't want to be around you, for some of you, right? Or they're just heavily invested in your life. How did you do it? You know, you're doing well. All your dreams are coming true. Because they're watching you on social media and they're thinking to themselves, kind of hearing they're obsessed with your love life, or are you still with that partner? What partner are you with? You're constantly on their mind. Like, they even dream about you sometimes. And I feel like if it's a female, this female's got romantic feelings for you, but they will defend it and deny it. But the way they're obsessed with you is not normal. It's not normal. If this is like a friend or an ex-friend that wants to reach out. Okay. But for some of you, I feel like it could be a love suitor, or it could be a romantic partner that you're with. And you are on their mind. You know, they are really taken aback with their emotions for you, and they see you as their match. You know, they see you as very beautiful, very charming, and they feel like you both balance each other out, fire and water. They feel like you are their good karma, and you know, they don't want to fight anymore. If you guys have an argument, they don't want to argue with you anymore. And also, they're not going. I feel like it's repressed emotions in regards to, yeah, they're upset. Sometimes when they see people looking at you, it gets on their nerves, you know what I mean? They don't like it, but at the same time, in their head, it comes with the territory. Like, they're trying to train themselves to say, like, okay, of course they're going to get attention because they are attractive, but it's as to whether or not you entertain this attention that's